Hello, I'm Margaret Knoll with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching the Video Voters Guide. We, along with MetroEast Community Media, are here with candidates running in the May 2020 primary election. With me today is Tom Anderson, running for Metro Councilor, District 3. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this office.
The reason I considered running for office is that Craig Dirksen, who was a friend and longtime community member of Tigard, who's a mayor, former mayor, and he's on Metro Council for the last 8 years, wanted to retire. And he wanted to have some kind of succession plan into place. So he asked me if I would consider running. And in my consideration, we talked about my strengths on land use. I was the president of the Tigard Planning Commission for 7 years, and they do a lot of work with the urban growth boundary, as you know. And also on transportation, which the Southwest Corridor will be coming through parts of Tigard, and the City Council has been working on that with TriMet and Metro for over 3-4 years. So I was very familiar with that program. So he asked me if I would consider running, and I thought I would have to run again for the Tigard Council again anyway. I've been on the council for 4 years, and then so that's why I considered it. It's a different challenge for me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. What challenges to the effective and efficient operation of Metro government will result from the pandemic, and how do you propose to meet those challenges?
Metro has to, once the stay-at-home order is lifted, Metro has so many areas of events with the zoo and the convention center. They really need to hire back the people that they've laid off, which is substantial, so they can get these events up and running back to the citizens of Portland, so they can have some downtime away from all this crisis talk. I think that there's a couple bond measures coming up that we'll probably talk about as well, and we'll see how that all plays out with the pandemic, seeing how people's appetite for more taxes are as well.
Yeah, speaking of bond measures, Metro's in the process of drafting a regional transportation measure. Mm-hmm. And what expectations do you have about how the planned expenditures will achieve state and regional goals in reducing greenhouse gas emissions?
The big money project in that transportation plan that they're proposing for November is the Southwest Corridor project, which is a light rail piece that will start from downtown Portland, go through Southwest Portland, paralleling Barber Boulevard, cutting through Tigard and Indian and Bridgeport Village. So as far as greenhouse gases, that's going to get some cars off the roads. Hopefully we'll give some of our citizens some options rather than automobiles to get downtown, to get to the airports. You know, once you're in that hub, you can basically go anywhere. So it's the last really big segment that TriMet has wanted to have for a while. So I think that's very important. There are also some very important highway exits and expansions on some roads that haven't been touched since 1970. So I think it's a big bill. It's the biggest bill that they've ever had. It will help the state in the fact that Metro will be paying for it, and not Grants Pass or Medford. They don't have to pay for Portland's infrastructure. So I think that's a wise choice for the state. They can allocate money to different areas.
Okay. How would you assess Metro's efforts to address the affordable housing and homelessness crisis?
The affordable housing bond that was recently passed will touch all 3 counties. We're looking for land as we speak. It has proved to work out very smoothly with most of the money going to the housing authorities, Washington County Housing Authority, Beaverton, Hillsborough in our area. And say if a Sherwood has an opportunity to build some affordable housing, they would have access to that money. And housing's big. It's just not for the homeless, but it's for the people that have a full-time job but are making under area median income. So we'll be able to house those folks and basically give them a quality of living that we haven't had before. Now, as far as the mental health wraparound piece, there's a new ballot measure coming out in May, and this May, at the same time as the election, and that's going to support wraparound services for mental health, rent stabilization, so you can get a check instead of getting evicted. Studies have shown that it's far more expensive to replace somebody after they've been evicted than just to pay a few months' rent to get them up to speed.
Okay, and what about your position on the Metro ballot measure 26210 to support homeless services with high earners tax and a business profits tax? And please explain your position.
My position is I will probably support it. It's a very large measure, $248 million they expect per year for 10 years is a lot of money. We have, from estimates, about 15,000 homeless people in the metro area, and that would literally be about $12,000 per piece, per person, per homeless person per year that we could just give to these people. We'll have to set up the right infrastructure as far as the mental health piece. There are some nonprofits out there, but I don't think they can handle all this influx of money without, potentially hiring people from out of state, counselors. It's going to be a big bureaucratic change than what we've been seeing. So it's a lot of money. I would be more excited about it if it was probably half that amount. But I do understand the need for wraparound services. We just can't have housing. We have to have people that know how to get to the housing. And then once they're in the housing, be successful and stay there.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us.
Sure.
This has been the Video Voters Guide. Thank you for watching. The primary election is Tuesday, May 19th. Be sure to inform yourself about the candidates and ballot measures and exercise your right to vote.